Libra, what's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Eccentric RockStar'Seed, and I have another intuitive message. Keep in mind, take what resonates, leave what does not. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Something I always do is say an ayat from the Quran. I don't always say it on camera, and I feel like I should make a stronger habit of it because you don't know that I'm praying before I do these different readings, okay? Our Rab, we have wronged our souls. If you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, we shall certainly be of the losers. That's Surah number 7, ayat number 23. But you see, you notice the artwork? This is someone that's like a person who's retired, like a retired veteran. You know, he's a widow and everything. And this is what he does, is just create his artwork, handmade. Like, I think it's so creative and beautiful. It tells, everything tells a story. This one, what does it says? I love
You.
I don't know, my mom or something like that. But you see, that's an I love you. I love you, librarian. So I have notes.
That's one.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right? And this one, you know, that's my son. Well, you can't see it now, but the one I normally have up there with the pinks, the oranges, that was my son. He handmade that. But I have notes. Spirits of the Caribbean is what I get from you. The religious aspect is don't take the opinions of the non-believers. Mental health check-in. That's a big thing right now. You reap what you sow. Bringing the Grim Reaper to his knees. Yeah. Something with drowning men. And this is a dual message. Something with drowning men in either your emotions or their emotions. If it's your emotions, over the characteristic traits of that was overly needy, controlling, manipulative, fear, lost. But if they're drowning in their emotions over you, realization to how they feel, head over heels in love, longtime friends, true love. So this could be a person dealing with you. If you have Libra, if you're not a Libra, you have it heavy aspected, in your chart, like in your Venus, your moon, your rising, something like that. If you're not born in the realm of librarian season. So on one hand, one Libra is overly manipulative, drowning people in their emotions, and this Libra is inspiring the person to realize, to accept their feelings for what they are. They're head over heels in love. So one is healthy and one is not. One Libra is unhealthy and toxic. The other one is strong. Okay, longtime friends, true love. All right. They're going crazy. You're the original, Libra. You're learning why people remain in your energy long after separation. Okay, so what I got, the premonition I got is you're bringing a Grim Reaper to his knees. You're fighting off, this is a spiritual warfare or something like that. You're warding off karmic energies or people, if they're actual people. You going fist for fist, pound for pound. Okay, you're undefeated. And if it's someone who's in reverse, they're trying to like sneak in, like creep in your energy or find a crack in your foundation. They're using your person to get into your energy to feed their connection. So that would be the overly needy one, the controlling one, the manipulative one. I wouldn't be surprised if this person doesn't put hands on your person. They fist fight your person or throw things at your person, mentally oppress your person, emotionally oppress your person for the stronger Libras. So it's like you have to come out of your shell and really terrorize somebody's broken spirit, or just somebody who think and acts from a negative spirit, a negative space. That's what you're doing. Don't take the opinions of a non-believer. This is someone who's trying to dictate your relationship from over there and trying to create illusions. I wouldn't be surprised if someone was manipulating, playing with the dark arts. That's another reason why so much art is here. Okay, because it's about the battle of the dark arts and the healthy arts. Dig. I mean, a healthier way of doing things. This is somebody, Libra, the healthier Libra, you really bust somebody's bubble when you dropped that person. Because now that other person, they have no lifeline. It's only a matter of time before it ceases to desist. Everybody knows it. People have no problem saying it, or that person overheard people saying it. Or you can just catch the vibe, like reading the room. People can see that your person is not the same now that you separated. They can always tell when you're in the picture and when you're not the picture and not in the picture. Productivity changes, mood changes. The person may seem a little off kilt now that you're not there. They're less motivated, more moody kind of thing. Libra, your ninth house could be in Libra for the stronger Libra. This is why you promote longtime friends, true love, family oriented. You bring people to the realization of how they feel. All right. So we're going to start with this. I see like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like, wait till you see the picture, the artwork I put up for your reading. It makes a lot of sense to this reading. Like, it has a dual message. Some people are drowned, overly overtaken with, if it's a negative connotation, they're overtaken with their emotions and they're drowning under the yoke of somebody's narcissism or mental imbalance. And if it's positive, this person is getting stronger by the days, by the hour, I hear. But it's an illusion. Someone did something artsy, in a darker fashion. And what they did was they painted the canvas like it was them who's more positive and you, the healthy Libra, more negative. So what you have is the Madonna of Roses. And I'm not surprised to see this because this is the heart of a warrior. That's what that says. And then as a Madonna of Roses, you have a fierce way of being your authentic self and still remain kind. Okay? You have people that look up to you to the extent where they have a sacred ritual that says, where they pray for you, bless. You come with some kind of supernatural ability or some kind of like raw natural talent that has people praying for you. Wisdom to share myself with those that truly love me. Bless me with the wisdom to share myself with those who truly love me. Just like you. So this could be the Libra that's in a negative, the Libra that's in a darker light. That's the one that looks up to the Madonna of Roses, like you. Think of Madonna's song like a prayer. And I forgive those that try to use me. I forgive myself for allowing myself to be used. Now it's time to start anew with strong thorns of protection and stuff like that. So now that being a warrior at heart, you dig? Madonna's a Leo. So you get the energy of what I'm talking about. If you listen to that song has high energy. And on the bottom, you have Elk. These cards are repeating. You saw me shuffle, and they're coming out time and time again. Elk, Medicine, Woman. And this is Wild at Heart. That's what this is. Okay? And this is where you apologize to yourself for allowing people to take advantage of your good nature, your kindness, because you live to show up for people. You always trying to help people. You always trying to make sure everybody's okay, or everybody's is trying to operate in a healthy space to the best of their ability. You could be either 36 or 43. You can have a life path number of 7 or 9. Nonetheless, in a reading with these two, is things may not have happened in your favor if you're the author of true love versus the person who's the author of manipulation and control. Mind control, heavy emphasis on mental health. Okay? It always starts off very subtle. It'll be little tidbit things, and then it turns into this big National Geographic forest fire of mental oppression where you cannot see your way through the fog, you cannot see your way out. I feel like your person is going down that path without needing to. They don't need to do that, but they're doing it. Okay? It's something that needs to be healed in this person because they don't know what to, they kind of reticent when it comes to true love. So this is a work of destiny. No matter how much pressure there is from the outside world or from your own expectations, there is an order of events and divine timing that's put in place, and so that is meant to be. You know, you got to balance your active pursuit of dreams and ambitions with patience and trust in the right timing of things. So no matter if you're working at something, you could be trying to build a business and it's gradually growing, but it's growing, it's moving. It's moving you forward. You feel it moving forward. You see it moving forward. But sometimes things have to be moved around. You have to leave off of certain people, places, and things so it can move a little bit more efficiently. You know, you come to help people. You heal the traumas, the mental traumas. Like you fixate a lot on making sure people are balanced and healthy through food, through emotional balance, like you maintain a healthy diet, and you're wild at heart. Through sleep, I see a lot of people with bags under their eyes. Not even the cleverest makeup tricks don't cover it. You have to sleep. That heals your body within itself. But for whatever reason, whoever's in that darker energy, you don't sleep because you conjured up some negative spirits, and they wake you up to come play. It's time to play. They come alive at night, so you don't sleep. They're also they produce a lot of attachments, needy, clinginess, clutching of things. So they gravitate to people. They kind of bring out those negative characteristic traits in whoever they attach to, the neediness, the clinginess, like that overly attached stuff that drive you crazy. But those are those negative spirits. Beautifully poet-centric, RockStar'Seed. Continue. I feel like someone's really savvy with computers. Like they're building an iRobot, a computer that talks. And it has an Indian woman voice. Somebody is super savvy. Some of you could be from Amsterdam or need to visit Amsterdam and look at the red light district, the artistry of that space. So you have blue spinel, persistence, a fresh perspective, revival. Revive to keep alive. Basically, this stone that brings new energy to a stagnant part of your life, the inside of your body, to the world to the world outside. The name of this stone is derived from the Latin word spine. So the blue spinel will give you that strong backbone, sense of self, and reason to stand tall despite any challenges you may face. This is a great crystal for workaholics as it eases stress and anxiety and instills a renewed sense of resolution. You can make it to the end if you put your mind to it. Blue spinel provides that fresh perspective to reset and rejuice. Your Pluto could be in Gemini. Getting something. Somebody only appears as good as what they can learn from you, librarian. Something you're doing. You could be a leader, a motivational speaker. You represent positive reinforcement. You tell the truth even if it's against yourself. And somebody is copying that. A lot of doppelganger energy. Unfortunately, I see a person in a dream state is dark, is black. And then I see the Grim Reaper, who's like a grayish black. And you have to fight that Grim Reaper with swords. This is turquoise. This is very popular amongst us Indians. It's about peace, tranquility, and patience. Okay? And it's about being tranquil and calm. And it reminds you that gifts are in the everyday and each moment in your life. And it matters. Small things add up to be big things over time. And to have patience for all your labors of love, including yourself, regarding as a bridge between heaven and earth. So what I'm getting is, this stone is sacred amongst us native Indians. And we use it in our traditions. And it's used as a source of healing and connection. So if you want to be more connected with heaven, the energy of heaven, instead of the energy of hell, you know, you want to connect yourself with the energy of heaven. This is that tranquil and that calmness. You can always tell where people are affiliated at, because if they don't come in tranquil and calm, you know, they from the other party. You know, the part that brings you joy and reminds you of your own inner, you know, inner creativity. You can have Scorpio, Sagittarius, or Pisces in either Jupiter, Venus, or Neptune's. So back to this Grim Reaper. So for this person who's who's been the author of true love in all aspects, this person is the one that's fighting the Grim Reaper, who's beating down the Grim Reaper. You put your sword down and start using your hands. That's how passionate you became. Like that red, you know how they say that Indian temper, that red blood, you fired off. What is the gen to a red Indian temper? Especially when you're a believer and you're not confused and you got your head on screwed on straight. That's somebody plucking the wrong nerve and you reacted. And I get an aftermath energy too, but we'll get to that later in your special edition reading. What happens in the aftermath when you go back to being calm and tranquil? I feel like you kick ass with a smile on your face, like you do it so gracefully. I also feel like you're setting trends. You're wearing your necklace. People who wear their necklace that hangs down their chest plate, you're putting it on backwards where it hangs down your spine. We're going through all these decks, Libra. Just a second. The Great Mother, surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. It's like a deep intuition card, because it's like it has a lot of deep purples in it. First of all, the Great Mother represents, could be your ancestors, could be the Most High. I feel like in a lot of instances it represents the Most High. He's always been there in your darkest hour. He's always been there in your lightest of joy. Like he's there to see you through anything, no matter what. I feel like Satan comes to attack you a lot in the dream state, and you defeat him quite a bit. The breathing rose. Heart healing emotions, connections, time, ease. Look how pure. This is very pure. I feel like you had to take a step back from what your accountabilities have led for you, because it was getting to be a bit lopsided. It's hard to help somebody if they don't want to accept the help or they don't want to do the work with all your love and support. That's what the turquoise is here for. And you're being urged to remain kind. Through all your efforts, they're not going unnoticed. Somebody was very ungrateful to you, and bluntly put, they were an asshole to you, Libra. The Sun. That's a defeater of depression. Joy, enjoyment, life sources, success, vitality, and play. If someone was approaching you in a way where they made you feel, they attempted to make you feel like you weren't doing enough or you're not exactly free, that was a cop-out. That person was being a coward based off of the things they have intertwined themselves into. So this is what they did with all your knowledge and strong support. They went and tried to practice it, insert it in themselves, and practice it on a lesser person to feel better about themselves. And the thorns is on the bottom. You see that? Protection, boundaries, clear communication. Yeah, somebody was being a liar, a thief, and a cheat, or perpetrator. I hear Chief Keef, I don't like the song. A fraud person, that's that stuff I don't like. A snitch, that's that stuff I don't like. A bitch, that's that shit I don't like. Excuse me. Like fake. This person was being real fake. But that's only they only fake because they were utilizing your resources for a different situation. Star family, you're a part of a team of souls, call and support. This looks like the dream state that I was talking about. You got soldiers with you everywhere. You got angels with you everywhere. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you go, you don't even realize how much stuff is blocked off from harming you because of your undying loyalty where it matters the most, with the Most High. A messenger. You see that with the light? See how he's lit up? Cyrus energy, bringing harmony and balance. True Libra. You feel crossed by somebody. You feel crossed by a darker energy. Some of them people can even have Libra in their chart. There you go. You feel crossed. You're kicking the Grim. That's the Grim Reaper. Whoever represents the Grim Reaper, or just that nasty spirit. The Great Severing. This is Mars energy. Okay, your opposite. Angers, conflicts, softening to love. This is why this has an aftermath. The experience has an aftermath after you're done doing what you do, getting your point across about what's going to be tolerated and what's not. So in other news, while you were resting, romancing yourself, minding your own business, hydrating, spending time with friends and or family. I feel like you're about to make new friends and taking a walk. I feel like you take a walk on the wild side with that Grim Reaper stuff and nourish your temple. You see, like, I feel like whoever that person was, they saw where they were weak. Like, you got a strong fist, like an iron fist. Your mind is like an iron fist. Your spine is like an iron fist, as well as your actual fist. My super attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. You take a lot of precedence in your health to the point you have a very healthy period. That's for women, a menstrual cycle. Someone meant to attack whoever was in that Grim Reaper spirit, attempted to attack your cycle. Throw it off balance, make it irregular so you can't get pregnant, so you can't create. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in God. I'm in awe of the magnitude of the magnificent guidance that's available for me. So you're a champion. I get Six of Wands energy. I get people recognize you for what you do and who you are. And then, what else makes you awesome? Like, what else makes you highly respected by the people? As a person who's deeply spiritual, you seek out happy people who inspire to be great. You also bring peace wherever you go. And you also release the need to be right. You are defenseless. You're at peace. It doesn't matter. And then let me be still today to listen to the truth in silence. You're a great listener. Now I got to move all these decks out the way. People are talking about your expertise, is what I get. And it's pissing somebody off because they're not that. I think it really hurt that person's feelings, so they went for blood for you. The Grim Reaper. They got their ass handed back to them. Respectfully saying on YouTube. Now, if you don't mind, I have these two left. And I gotta pull all these cards down because I gotta see the visual. And you're visionary. You rest in peace, and that doesn't mean death quite literally. Like, I don't rest in turmoil, I rest in peace. So you're not an agent of chaos at all. Contrary to what people may think. They may think, okay, so I get that it's a controversial persona. I don't know if it's a persona, but people's perception of you is that you're very controversial. Like you just go at it with any and everybody. It's not exactly true. Excuse me. It's not exactly true, but that's from the agent of chaos himself. That's from the devil himself. Playing in people's energy, playing with people's minds. Some people have weak minds. The person that bucked up against you has a weak spirit and a weak mind. So when you put all this together, this person lacked knowledge. They just saw you or saw people's reaction to you and reacted solely off of that, out of ignorance. I heard whoever did that don't know shit. They don't study, they don't pray, they don't even rest. Their spirit is irritated and constantly agitated by a darker entity. But that whoever this person was, they took you to planet Mars, because when you came out that shell, the Grim Reaper, you was slapping him around, playing around with him like a gorilla slapping something around. That's very small. Like your gorilla's stature is huge, okay, and the Grim Reaper is like something small, okay. So you're just slapping it around like a animal playing with something, like a cat playing with a yarn ball or something, just knocking it around. People underestimated you out of sincere laziness and just bold-faced ignorant. You feel sorry for them. You can be 27, 49, or 52. Again with the 7. That breaks down to a 7. 52 breaks down to a 7. 49 breaks down to a 13. That's transformation. You have a way of transforming people's lives. If you look at the pictures, she's reading for her friends. You know, she's teaching people about science and astrological, like being able to read different things from an astrological point, a science standpoint. And staying hydrated keeps your mind clear. You understand the importance of what you do. You're very responsible in what you do, and you take it serious. If you look at it, this is a person, but then there's another person walking down the road. Take a walk. Somebody wants to study you. On one hand, somebody's trying to study you. Let me research this person. Let me take a walk through this person's energy. It's the person the Grim Reaper who tried to play in your energy. But on a more positive note, this is people, you're taking people down a path of knowledge. You're teaching people, what it is that you do, and it's not so scary after all. It has a negative connotation surrounding how you get things, how you're able to pick up on things, like how are you able to see from an astrological standpoint, from a spiritual standpoint, like what's not naked to the eye, you can read it like it's visibly here, like all this pretty colors and artwork. I want to add something to the Great Mother. So what I get from the Great Mother too is that for me, it served as guide. And what does that mean in depth is that how God sends angels to walk with you, to write down like your good deeds, your bad deeds. Like you're well acquainted with how the whole process works. And this is the angels that ushered you in when you took your first breath, and they'll be there when you draw your last. That's something with God sending angels from a religious standpoint. You feel like being human can be painful, but it's only painful when you lack knowledge. You fall for anything, and you're not protected. Those angels are there for a reason. But for the breathing roles, it's a card about deep heart healing. It will often come to us as a symbol of emotional healing that's in the process of happening. This is why you take a retreat. This is why you get to know yourself better by taking a walk. But this is also how you invite other people to do the healing for you. You could be making Umrah. There are two mountains in this picture with take a walk. Mara and Safa. In the Islamic religion, it teaches you about that. And that's you going on a spiritual journey. Teaching people how to go on a spiritual journey. Just because you see playing cards or illustration cards, they're a tool for a visual, like a weird painting in an office of a psychiatrist. You can look at this and pull many different things. It's no different with the illustration cards. It peels back layers. You're being taught to, instead of being angry, to move closer through conflict. That's what that spiritual journey is going to teach you. You have discernment. You have the judgment. You have the Queen of Swords. You have the Wheel of Fortune. In this instance, being the Queen of Swords is not like being a bitch. But it's only dealing with what's necessary in the situation. No emotional manipulation. You have the Empress. That's coming from a space of, this is why you're in that Queen of Swords energy. Let's stop right there with the Empress. You're out here trying to birth a new idea, a creative endeavor that can benefit people, the world, right? The Wheel of Fortune, the tables turned on somebody. It just feels like you were rolling with a group of people. I mean, your person was rolling with a group of people, and it could be your friend, it could be family, it could be a brother or a sister. They were rolling with people they knew did not care for you, did not fancy you, wanted to see you fall on your face, and they hung with them anyway. So they have to reap the karma of being around those people, even if they didn't fundamentally do the nasty stuff that the other people were doing. You still associated yourself with somebody that doesn't care for your person. And that's what your person has to deal with. It's like you hanging with the wrong team. So what is your family? So what is business? So what is your friends? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. This person is getting a harsh lesson and learning that by watching you propel and teach the lesson anyway and become successful for it. I'm just so in love with your reading, Libra, because you're showing up very strong, very diligent, very disciplined, and you're changing the karma of the experience yourself as the Queen of Swords. As somebody who's mature and using discernment, very wise. If you're an Empress operating in the Queen of Swords, this is where that turquoise was talking about. Your good deeds it's not going to go unnoticed. You single-handedly got out there and fought for what you believed in. You went out there and stood your ground, is so much of what this is saying. And you always had the angels with you, and you are part of a team of souls. So you're meeting people. You may have met one of your soul tribe members who's not quite where you are. They were misguided. They were improperly taught. And that's why you have the empathy and compassion on your side as well. Whether you're the Queen of Swords or not, you're still a strong mother figure to this person, and even a big sister in some essence. And what I feel like too with the Empress is that the major arcanas always serve as the Most High. Okay, so if the Most High is present for you, the Most High is protecting your vulnerabilities. It's protecting your vulnerabilities while you stand your ground and state your claim and you really just established a whole platform, and can't nobody tear it down because it's not a faulty foundation. You're not associated with people who are faulty, who are like iffy or have doubt in their chest. 3434 was on the timer when I saw that. A Queen of Swords is not always abusive. But then again, we're talking about mental health. It's somebody who's mentally strong. So you can bounce back better than most as a person who's in a Queen of Swords energy when there's an attempt on your life. Your mental health is your life. Your heart health is your life. Your emotional health is your life. Your spiritual health is your life. Everything about your life is important. And this is what you stand for. And you don't bend on it. Nobody's going to discard you like you're irrelevant. Not in hindsight. That's why it keeps being reiterated. The Most High is here. Yeah, we definitely hit them hard. We definitely respond. Now, they hit you. It's like you were justified. It's like you were saying to someone, they hit us, so we hit them back. It's like, and what that means in this sense is like they attack my Lord. They threw stones at something that's way greater than me. And this is what I stand for, is the higher power that's higher than me. So I hit them back in raw passion, devotion, and loyalty. Like, I can get my point across. I have the heart of a warrior. Queen of Swords. Okay? You guys can do a lot better. You can stand for something better. Like, this is laziness. And you're trying to normalize lazy of your brain muscles is lazy. Your spiritual muscles is weak. Okay? You shouldn't even do that to a lesser person. But this is what they learn from you. This is why the people are enamored with you. Because you're not petty. You're not petty with people. I bring peace with me wherever I go. And I just feel like you're rare cooling about it with this artistry. You're just different. You're too secure in yourself. Six of Cups. You've been like this since you were young, as far back as you can remember. This could be past lifetimes. This could be as far back as you can remember as a child. You were groomed. You were born this way. And that's the discernment. Who's going to play in my mental and try to make me feel different of who I am? That's why I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. Why would I ever turn back on my heels when I know I'm protected? I can't do nothing about who's deaf, dumb, and blind. I can't do nothing about that. But just ask God to lead them to Islam if I care enough about their well-being. Ooh, Libra. That's why you kicked the Grim Reaper's ass. Ten of Cups. Absolutely. I got friends. I have friends. It's not a big deal. I'm not attacking you like that, like you're nobody. So you shouldn't be speaking to me or speaking about me or speaking at me like I'm nobody. Poking the bear. And here we go. The Wheel of Fortune is turning, and the King and Queen of Swords are actually looking at each other on the board. They're actually looking at each other. Because what really surprised you, Librarian, is that this person even went along with something they knew better about. And this is you and your masculine energy, taking accountability. You get it from you're a lot like your parents, is what I get with this King and Queen of Swords here. You are very much like your parents. Because the Empress represents Libra too. Both your parents could be air signs, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. And then you got the Ten of Pentacles. So you have a lot of completions that go in your favor. Because one thing I don't see is the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. Those are the burdens. Those are the painful endings. Those are betrayals. God did not forsake you, so you don't feel forsaken by anyone. You understand the lesson. I seek out happy people who inspire to be great. If the person doesn't aspire to be great, if you're not around me because you aspire to be great, then you're just trying to throw pebbles at my platform. Or trying to attack my spirit. You can only be here to attack my spirit. This is your world right here. Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Completions. Six of Cups. It runs in the family. This is hereditary. You do. You're a lot like your mother and your father. All right, so And God said we definitely respond. So this is, the universe has your back. This is God. This would be God delivering a message to add to what you're saying. Because what he doesn't is defend lies. And you're in such a vibrant, colorful space right now. I wouldn't be surprised if your house is painted in colors. Whether it be artistry, your furniture pieces, everything is dripped in vibrant colors. Because I choose love no matter what. That don't make me a punk. That don't make me soft. That makes me real. How did you fall in love with me if I was fake? Energy flows where my intentions go. How you still in love with me if I'm fake? When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lenses of love. You hear him? He's reiterating what you said. I recognize that I have chosen fear, and I chose it again. And I choose again. This time I choose love. So you might have picked the person who operated out of fear. This is God reiterating too. So much of why I sent you to certain people is because they didn't know how to choose love. They kept choosing out of fear. They kept acting out of fear. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the Most High. This is God telling them her happiness. That's why she is the Ten of Cups. She has wish fulfillment. She has her family. She has a life. Ten of Pentacles. You wouldn't come at her as aggressively if she didn't have everything to lose. He or she. When I'm in alignment with love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. In other words, whoever was practicing the dark arts, that looks like an eyeball, but it also looks like an egg for fertility. It looks like fallopian tubes. Whoever was trying to attack your menstrual cycle, your femininity, your creativity, your blood flow, because the Empress is here. Okay? That went back to that person. Whoever tried to infest your house to make you sick, to make you feel like you have any kind of like illnesses down there in the sacral chakra, that went back. Okay? Yeah, we definitely hit them hard. We definitely respond. The next time you send anything to librarian, this is the Most High telling you, the next time you send anything to librarian, okay, her medicine that she comes to the table with is my guidance, is my truth. If you only had common sense and you understand what she's talking about and where she comes from. You're still going to go on. You could be a mature woman. Queens and kings are mature energy. See, that's 40 and above. Which means she'll go on to have 7 more kids before she's 50. With my guidance. Don't believe the hype, what the doctors say. That scientific studies prove that a woman should stop having children because she's at a higher risk of abnormalities. Well, abnormalities are not hereditary in this person's family. And abnormalities can happen in your 20s. Take folic acid. You're welcome. Even before you're pregnant. In every moment, the universe is conspiring to bring me toward right-minded thinking and the energy of love. Right-minded thinking and the energy of love. So Libra, you have a special edition reading coming up. This is why you're chosen. This is why they compete where they don't compare. They're not comparing. They're not doing that great because they can't compete with that. They're not about that life. So you just a shit librarian for those who are operating in that positive light and they stand for something and don't bend on it.
Yeah.
This person has a high IQ too. Whatever this person weigh, if you're thick, and your weight class is like 160 and above. Think about that as an IQ. That's a super intelligent person. All right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time.
Don't